Hi there, signs of Gemini. This is Kim here to do your reading. This reading is a bonus reading for April 2023. I am just lighting a little bit of sage because I did do Libra's reading. And so this is some sage from my area and your area, and some Palo Santo for both areas too. Okay. I love that smell. Okay, so Geminis, let's get into your reading. I'm going to do a breakthrough spread. So anything that you feel like you may be running into a block or a pattern of repeating something, you know, we're going to identify what the pattern is. And then we're going to find the challenge to it, and we will find your breakthrough card, your power card, your outcome, and the suggested action. Doesn't have to be what you take, but suggested action. And this is Dreams of Gaia. This is a different type of tarot, and I like it. So, well, uniquely them, probably. You know what? Let's do some from the Kipper deck first, because you don't want to bring this deck out in the end, because there's always something to clarify regarding this deck. All right, so Gemini. Messages for Gemini, Kipper deck. Main female. Why is it in reverse? Possibly not getting along with this person. Oh, coming out of, hey, that's not a bad message at all. From rags to riches. Rags to riches is the best part of working with the law of attraction, and that contrast. Ooh, bigger the contrast, the more fun you're pretty much gonna have. Something here about freeing yourself. Freeing yourself, and I feel like it's going to be different things for different people, what that means to you. But I feel like it definitely has more to do with coming out of poverty. And then I have courtship, number 4, courtship, which could be that somebody's intending to try to help you, marry you, be partners with you. I have privileged lady on the bottom. Maybe this person wants you to have more, or help you get out of whatever that situation is. That could, of course, poverty feels very imprisoned. Yes, that's a good way to describe that word. So this is good. This maybe is some privileges coming your way. You could be dealing with a younger female that is having some issues with privilege, and I don't know. Yeah, you know, get out of jail one too many times free. So maybe that's what that's. But you see what I'm saying? If you pull that stuff out at the end, you'll just, it's crazy. There's always something else to talk about. Okay, so the first card is going to be the pattern. So tell us what the pattern is, or if you're running into a block, let's say, for Gemini, tell us what this pattern is. Oh, there's something more about yourself. There's something more about yourself that you're, well, pattern coming back to yourself. There's something about yourself to learn. Possibly even learning to let go of the sense of self or ego. What's the challenge? Competition, fighting with aggression, possibly maybe striving for the same things, but this challenge has to do with, are you going to fight back with fire? Are you going to fight fire with fire? Or are you going to walk away? Are you going to let this distract you? Or are you going to be focused? Because there is some kind of hostilities around the challenge or competition. The breakthrough. Ooh. Well, that's interesting. The breakthrough is abundance. So I feel like breaking free from poverty is a big, it is a big theme here with your reading. This is Devil card that focuses more on abundance in the material realm and having things than it does, you know, any kind of negative anything. So the breakthrough is that this abundance comes in, and I'm so glad I have some Gemini in my chart, because this looks really good for you. This is I mean, look at how pretty this card is too. It's one of the prettiest ones in the deck. This dragon, you see the rainbow. This girl has got a cornucopia there. That's the breakthrough. Everybody's fighting for the, it feels like everybody's fighting for the same feast, but you're the one that ends up getting it. Yay, what is your power, Gemini? What is your power? 5 of Cups in the reverse. You can let go of things pretty easy. You're able to yeah, you're able to move on from the past pretty easy. Of course, you're probably you easily adapt to things. You'd easily let go of also blaming the self, like letting go of the disappointments and regrets with yourself. Why does it feel like there's a pattern of coming back to something that is not, that doesn't feel like you? I don't know what that's about. I'm going to have to get, okay, 5. I'm going to have to get some clarification on that self card. That's tripping me up a little bit because I feel like it's about self-inquiry, and also letting go. These two are very similar because they're both kind of like talking about letting something go. At thought. This card is about balancing the thought. It's also about that unseen part of life. Our thoughts, our perception, consciousness, awareness. I guess there's like different ways, but to think of what thought is. So controlling what you give life to. Balancing out your thoughts, because it can either, you know, sometimes it can lean towards the good or the bad, right? And the action to take is give something to yourself. Pay yourself first. Give something to yourself. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So you have to end up giving something to yourself. If you haven't been, because it might be a while if we've been in a situation where we haven't been able to spend money or much money, then yeah, this is getting to that place of abundance where you'll be able to enjoy something on the material realm. And we have child on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Okay, tell me more about self. Tell me more about this pattern for Gemini. Tell me more about the pattern for Gemini. Oh, okay. Communication gets broken down, or fails somehow. So I don't know if it's sometimes staying like, I'm okay. How are you today? I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm fine. And maybe not communicating necessarily how you really feel. It might be leading something to get kind of pent up into coming out as a hostility. And that might be the challenge, is that sometimes things get pressurized. That's what it feels like. Something's getting pressurized. So it's about the communication. There's a pattern of communication breaking down. Tell me about the challenge. Tell me more about the challenge. The challenge is some things won't change. Or some people won't change. The Knight of Swords in the reverse. Some situations just don't change. They just sit there and they grow stagnant and stale. Lots of arguing, big power struggle. That isn't changing. I don't know who this is, but it feels like there's a person. It possibly is that main female that is providing some kind of power struggle dynamic here, maybe within a family. Maybe this is a power struggle with work, and it might have to do with the main female at a workplace, but you obviously aren't getting along with that energy. So it's kind of like fighting for this power. The Emperor energy also can kind of relate to being the father energy, or the husband energy, or the authority. In this reading, it has to do with a situation that's not changing between you and another person, and a power struggle. So, the crap is that noise? Oh. Okay, I have no idea what that is, but it's outside, so it's not me. Tell me about abundance. Tell me more about wonderful, beautiful abundance. Oh, Lord, that's loud. The Four of Pentacles with the abundance means that the breakthrough is trying to build up on this foundation. Spiritual and material growth are indicated, and the ability to kind of like set things back to the side will be there. Sometimes that's a hard thing to do if you're living like from check to check. So this is being able to save and having some kind of stable growth. I also have Aries energy poking out a lot with the Fours. Tell me more about this. Crap. Ace of Wands. It is a new passionate beginning. Ace of Wands, new passionate beginning. Passionate, excitement. All of that for this opportunity. Good. With the abundance. So, tell me about the Five of Cups in the reverse. What is it that you're, pretty much your power is that you're able to release some things from the past. Another 5. Whew. That is poverty, or that is feeling like an outsider. It's your power. Where you have come from and what you have been able to pull yourself out of in the past is your power. And it's going to be the reason why abundance flows easily to you, because of something about your view and your perception. You see, I feel like you can see that somebody is privileged or has more privilege than like normally. And I don't know, I feel like so it's your power that you've been through so much, and you're not disgruntled about that, but it's time to to know that just because that was your power doesn't mean that you have to maintain in that energy, and I don't think you do. I think you pull out of any kind of lack. So it is your power, yes, what you've been through, but it's time to release a hold to a lack consciousness. Tell me about thought. Tell me about thought. I feel like this thought has something to do with, one, transforming the way that you say and word things, especially when it comes to money. Be very aware if, you know, beliefs are really, really important and they're powerful, especially like when you have a belief such as, and I'm just saying this, I don't feel this way, but I probably at one time did, money is the root of all evil. That is a common thing that some people say, and it's kind of like tying money to something not good. So you don't really want a belief like that. You want your beliefs to be more in line with what you're wanting to be abundant and open to. Because if you say something that it might have the opposite effect. It might have the effect of pushing it away from you. Transformation, major change and transformation with death in the reverse. Major change and transformation. I feel like it has to do with your thoughts and your beliefs freeing you from whatever this is. Yeah. All right. So major change, transformation when it comes to thoughts. I feel like this opportunity is about giving to yourself, with it being in the reverse, the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Tell me more about that. Oh, okay. There's going to be change regarding what works for you at work and what doesn't. I feel like this is indicating that there may be changes from your workplace. You may create something yourself. Empress energy here is like cornucopia. It is this. It is the cornucopia. It is everything the Empress touches turns to gold. There's your opportunity. So doing something that actually pays you well, or pays you back to do, and I feel like the Empress is going to help you definitely be that type of energy to get you out of the situation. Tower energy, major change, transformation. Again, there could be a rebirth here in consciousness, in your thoughts, and how that is affecting everything. So, okay. Queen of Cups, taking really good care of yourself. Health, diet, exercise, making sure that stuff is good. And also possibly a big decision when it comes to health, diet, exercise, or how you're going to give yourself your cup. Taking better care of yourself and not letting someone run all over you is definitely going to be important to finding some kind of peaceful resolution. All right, so what about this main female? It's a rebirth. So it's a situation where something is ending with this person, completely walked away from this person, or this person has completely changed and it's gone through a very hard time or difficult time. Death by 1,000 paper cuts. It's like, it's not a good feeling. It's, even though it's little by little, it's done over time, and there's a lot, and yeah. So this is something that it completely, either this person had to be completely cut out of your situation or work environment because of some kind of power struggle. But look at these swords coming down here. There's something that's really freeing about an ending, about accepting an ending, or getting away from something. There's something really freeing about it. So this peaceful resolution can be kind of at a standstill at this moment. Like you could be waiting to push past this block It might have a lot to do with health. It has a lot to do with whenever you're ready. Stand up and go after what you want. Assert yourself. And this is 7 of Wands. Plus the 1 here is 8. So better communication will also help you achieve what you're wanting to achieve. Yep. That's what I got. And there's good, look at that. Good news when it comes to letting go of a hardship or getting through a tough financial time, because you even have the good news card. This is the news that you haven't gotten at this time, but we need to expect good news for ourselves. And this should be just confirmation that yes, good news is coming. Just get out of your own way with the 8 of Swords. The only limitations are the ones that you put on yourself. The perception here is that the person can't really see, can't really wiggle out at the moment from where they're at, but the water is even shallow. There's not, you know what I mean? There's not much to this. It's just needing to take the blinders off, so to speak. And the Lovers on the bottom might be talking about a really good crossroads coming up. Maybe it has to do with work and something with your finances dramatically improving. All right, that's what I've got for you. This could be also soulmate energy coming up for you or coming into your life. Angel numbers, sequences of numbers that carry divine guidance. I also have Twitter platform, spiritual involvements or participations. I also have chakra healer, clearing and balancing. Portal keeper, 3D to 5D ascension fulfillment. Oh, and what a nice one. Clairvoyance, clear seeing. On the bottom of the deck, tarot deck creator, a visionary. Okay, let's see what this deck wants to give. As far as this power struggle goes, or the challenge, or the challenging people. It could be a group, challenging group. Heavenly bodies, astrology. Heavenly bodies, astrology. Uranus, radically change. Yep. Radically change. I have Aries, independence, bravery, and passion. Independence, bravery, and passion. Have Jupiter to grow and expand. Grow and expand. And remember, Aries energy might be saying to go within and find your confidence, because with it being reversed, you could have kind of a, this energy doesn't back down. When it's in the upright, it doesn't back down, and it's very confident. Jupiter, something really lucky, is going to help a situation grow and expand. And then look, I have House 11, friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. House 11. House 11. Okay, so the fairy dust. Oh, you're getting your fairy wings. That is how you're going to grow and expand. Fairy wings in the forest. Small lights glow. Those fairies are sure flying low. And then I have the green fairy. A cheeky green fairy on your behalf is appearing here to make you laugh with rainbows on the bottom of the deck. That's what I've got for you, Gemini. If you're looking for a private reading, I can be reached in the description box below. Is my email address. And until next time, sending you love and light. Bye-bye.